Okay, in the previous video, we missed our target. So now we're going to increase the speed here, 150 meters per second at an angle of 45 degrees. I'm going to change the target to a scarecrow. I don't want to get sued by your parents for encouraging you guys to be violent. So the scarecrow here is 500 meters away. Okay. Um, the question is, will you be able to hit the scarecrow? So press pause and have a go. Figure it out. Okay, so in order to answer this question here, hang on. In order to answer this question here, um, uh, break break this diagonal motion into its vertical component and its horizontal component. So the vertical component would be 150 sine 45, and then the horizontal component will be 150 cos 45. Okay, yeah, so we want to find out the total flight time. You see, rather than answering the question directly, we are going to imagine it as well. We're going to answer that question by looking at this, by looking at this motion only, the vertical component. So jump to our velocity time graph that represents this motion here. Okay, so remember that this graph here just represents the cannonball traveling vertically upwards. So finding out the total flight time, rather than doing it directly, we are doing it by using this. Okay, so this graph represents this motion. Okay, so our velocity time graph looks like this. The initial velocity is 150 sine 45. So remember, we are trying to find the TT max. Well, we are trying to find out the total flight time, but in order to do that, we are trying to find out T max, and then later we can just multiply by 2. So here, so the equation for this line here is V equals 150 sine 45 minus 10t. Okay, and now at this point here, the velocity will be 0. So put the 0 into the v and then solve t. So I'm going to skip lots of steps here. So t equals, when you come to do this, do it step by step. T equals this. The reason why I'm skipping it is because the video goes on for a long time. So I've got to take shortcuts. Divided by 10t here. So now visualize it like this. So this becomes 15 sine 45. So the time it takes to get to its maximum height, the time it takes to do this here is 15 sine 45. So the total flight time would be this time here times 2. So the total flight time will be this whole length here. So I'm just going to get this times 2. Okay, so flight equals 15 sine 45 times 2. Okay, so at the moment you've got this times this. Now you're going to times 2. So merges 2 with this. That would be 30 sine 45. So that's our flight time. Okay. Now that you know the flight time, then imagine you and your dad sitting in the car here, driving at a speed of this. Okay. Let's imagine the total flight time. Imagine it's 5 seconds. Now, if you and your dad are traveling at this speed here, after 1 second, you would have traveled 100 cos 45. After 2 seconds, you would have done another 100 cos 45. After another second, you would have done another 150 cos 45. Basically, you just get the 5 times the speed. Well, the time we worked out, the flight time we worked out is this. So imagine you and your dad. Hang on. So we've got this thing here. we're going to fire it like this. Now that we've got the flight time, which is this thing here, imagine you and your dad sitting in a car here, traveling at a speed of 30 sine no at a speed of 150 cos 45. So well, you know the flight time is this sine 30 sine 45. Then just get 30 sine 45 times the speed. That will give you the range. Okay, so the range here, range equals well, just get the time here times the speed here. So 30 sine 45, and then you times 150 cos 45. So now it's just this times this. They're all multiplying each other. Times this times this. So merge these two together. So that would be 45 with two zeros. So you've got this, and then you times by sine 45, and then you times by this thing here, cos 45. So jump to your calculator now. I hate this part because I hate this calculator. So now sine 45, sine. Hang on. Let me clear the memory first. Memory clear. Okay. So 45. Hang on, 45 cos this equals this. I'm going to put it into memory store. Okay, cancel. Now I'm going to do sine 45. Well, do whichever way you want on your calculator. Your calculator will be different from mine, but it's just basically this times this times this. Okay, so now I'm doing 45 sine. And then I'm going to times my memory times my memory reveal equals this. Memory reveal equals this. Hang on, let me do it again. I'm going to do it the long way. Sine 40, cos 45, cos 45. Hang on, bear with me on this. Cos 45 equals that 0.71. Now I'm going to do sine 45. Clear this. Sine 45 equals this. Also 0.71. 0.71. Now I'm just going to take this down. 45. Now just get this times this times this. Equals. Hang on. So it would be it would be 0.71 times 0.71 equals this, and then I've got to times it by 4,500. So our range is this, 3,195. So 3,000. So what's happening is that our range is this. So hang on, let's have a look at this here. So we are here. Hang on. So we are here with our cannonball. We're going to fire it at 150 meters per second at an angle of 45. Our scarecrow is here. Well, what's happening is in the previous video we fired it. We fired it at a steep angle, and then it did something like this, and then we missed it. Now remember this: the scarecrow is 500 meters away, but our range is 3,000, around about 3,000. So 500 meters is here, 1,000 is here, 1,050 is here, 2,000 is here. It's gone off the screen. So what's happening is that we find it. It's done something like that. So we missed it by miles. Well, we didn't hit our target again. Okay, so again we missed it. So we hang on. So this is too fast. We need to decrease this speed here. But it doesn't look like we're going to hit our target. Well, anyway. So the answer to this video is we're gonna. Sorry, hang on. Don't want to get sued. Hang on. There. So the scarecrow's here. So what's happening is is that we fired it. Well, it's not. It didn't even reach its maximum height here. It reached the maximum height miles over there somewhere. Okay, so we've overshot really. Okay.